covering the community, events, and people of Georgia, Carolina. This is the Means Report. Here is Brad Means.
Hello everybody, and thank you once again for joining us for the Means Report. During the holiday season, we are proud to present two special editions of the Means Report last week and in recent days, really, our holiday special, and now our year in review. It's so hard to believe each year when we get together here at the Means Report and compile the stories that made headlines. And then moments later, we're doing it again. Didn't 2012 just fly by? From the presidential race to Superstorm Sandy, the year had its share of big national news, and unfortunately, tragedies were in the spotlight. The Colorado shootings, the Trayvon Martin case, inspiring stories too, like Amy Copeland's road to recovery. 2012 started with the announcement here at home of the merger of Augusta State and Georgia Health Sciences University, and talks continued about the new name well into the year. And beginning on a local note, we look at the stories that have been in the news, from officer-involved shootings to the recent historic sheriff's race, from new jobs to job cuts. News Channel 6's Archith Seshadri with a look back at stories in the CSRA as we kick off our Year in Review special report.
2012 started on a somber note with the CSRA's third officer-involved shooting in recent months. In January, Aiken Public Safety Officer Sandy Rogers was shot and killed while on the job. Also this month, American Eagle departs its last flight from Augusta Regional, ending its nonstop service to Dallas. In February, hundreds of new jobs are announced in Waynesboro to help build two new nuclear reactors at Plant Vogtle for Units 3 and 4. They'll open in the next 5 years. Richmond County investigators nab more than 70 crooks as part of Operation Smokescreen, an undercover sting operation with U.S. Marshals and ATF agents. Voters head to the polls in March for Super Tuesday in the Peach State. Richmond County voters approve Sunday alcohol sales. New signs are added in March to honor fallen Richmond County Deputy J.D. Paul. The signs went up on a stretch of Bobby Jones and Gordon Highway, where Paul was shot and killed in 2011. April in Augusta can mean only one thing: the Masters. And this year, Georgia native Bubba Watson takes home the green jacket. In May, 6 Burke County buses heading to Atlanta crash on their way to Six Flags. More than 60 students are injured in the chain collision crash. Also in May, a mother and son plead guilty to a high-profile Columbia County murder case. Rebecca Sears and Christopher Bowers plead guilty for killing their Grovetown neighbor back in 2009. Also this month, Amy Copeland is admitted to Doctors Hospital after she contracts a rare flesh-eating bacteria. 2 local fallen police officers, J.D. Paul and Scotty Richardson, are honored in Washington, D.C. as part of National Police Week. In June, Payne College faces strict financial penalties and is on the brink of losing its accreditation. In July, U.S. Airways starts direct flights to the nation's capital from Bush Field. Also this month, a Columbia County code enforcement officer loses his job after allegedly entering a Martinez woman's home without her permission. Starbucks breaks ground on a new manufacturing facility that'll create 140 new jobs. 6 people are shot in downtown Augusta during First Friday this month and has many business owners on edge. A historic church burns down in Aiken after celebrating more than 140 years. April showers may bring in May flowers, but August showers brings floods to the CSRA. Parts of Laney Walker and Walton Way face massive amounts of flooding. Also in August, the name game for the new U starts a blame game. ASU plus GHSU equals GRU, or Georgia Regents University. The new name starts lots of petitions and even a Save the A campaign to include Augusta in the new name. Augusta National admits its first 2 women members, former Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice and South Carolina financier Darla Moore. In September, investigators rescue around 200 animals from an alleged puppy mill in Edgefield County. The Richmond County Sheriff's Office moves across the street to a brand new building on Walton Way. In October, 5 inmates escaped from the Augusta YDC. They're all captured within 48 hours, just days after the director of the facility resigns. Also this month, legendary doctor Curly Watson dies at 102. The new U gets a new name. The word Augusta is now added to make it Georgia Regents University Augusta. A family dispute turns deadly after a shooting at University Hospital in October. More than 200 students at Butler High School are tested for TB after one student contracts the disease. In November, voters approved Sunday alcohol sales in North Augusta, Waynesboro, and Burke County. Richmond County voters elect their first African-American sheriff after Richard Roundtree takes home the top cop position. And former Richmond County Sheriff Charles Webster dies at the age of 80. In December, many Columbia County residents hear loud booms in the area. Also, a wrong-way driver on Riverwatch Parkway causes a 4-car pileup. And wrapping up the month, more firings at the Augusta YDC.
Oh, a busy year indeed, wasn't it, as this year in review edition of the Means Report continues. Looking back on the past 12 months, News Channel 6 certainly produced a number of memorable stories, but there was one in particular, that generated a ton of interest. Interest not only here in the CSRA, but really throughout the state. It was May when then sports anchor Marissa Lynn caught up with a forgotten state championship basketball team in Swainsboro.
The dust on their gym floor is the only reminder they have. Until now, they have kept silent. These faces are just 3 of the 12 girls, now grown women, who won the GIA Class A State Basketball Championship in 1958.
I got so teary-eyed when I came and looked at the place.
The atmosphere when you walk in, it just all comes back.
Yeah.
For Christine, Bonnie, and Martha, the memories are crystal clear.
I still remember it like it was yesterday. I can still see us out here, still hear him up there hollering, "Let's go, Bonnie."
I don't even know if I was in my body when it happened. I was just so excited.
We really worked hard to earn this. And after it was over, that was it. That was it.
Half a century ago, they were the Emmanuel County Elementary and High School Rattlers, Region 2A champions. They have the trophy to prove it. Weeks later, the Rattlers made more noise in their gym in Swainsboro when they beat Cuthbert for the state crown.
That was really something, to win a district and a state championship in the same year. That was an honor.
These women know it happened. They were there. But in the midst of integration in the 1970s, their state title trophy vanished. Emmanuel County became Swainsboro High School.
So all our memorabilia and trophies and everything we had was discarded. So our memories were kind of wiped out.
That was a great achievement. And just to lose the trophies, that hurts.
With the ladies' state championship trophy nowhere to be found, this gym is the only thing left standing from that memorable night in March of 1958.
Our children don't even know about us. We wanted something to tell them about, you know?
There is not one article or picture to be found that would prove these women won a state championship 54 years ago.
It was like, to us, since we didn't get no recognition, it didn't happen. You understand where I'm coming from? It's like it just didn't happen.
I can't ever figure out why. I really can't. And I just had to put it behind me and move on.
To date, there is no record of the Rattlers' win. They were the 1958 Georgia Interscholastic Association Class A girls basketball champions, a blank spot in the GHSA's history books, because even they have nothing but these women's word of mouth to go by. For decades, these former Rattlers have told their story to their friends and to their children. They've used their words to depict a night where the whole town of Swainsboro was watching them and only them.
It was just so much noise and so much. We cut the nets down off the rims, and I don't think I realized what had really happened until the next day.
I mean, they were banging on the bleachers and screaming, and it did your heart good to see that.
We loved basketball. We loved each other. And that's how our team got to the point that it did.
It's how they've kept their story alive for all these years. Love. Their love for the game and their love for each other is how this story will live on for years to come.
And just 2 months after Marissa's story aired, the GHSA recognized the Emmanuel County Lady Rattlers and their state championship. You can find out more on the Georgia High School Association's website, ghsa.net. Congratulations, Lady Rattlers. You know, we here at the Means Report always honor and remember our officers of the law, men and women, brave, one and all, who put their lives on the line every day for us. Officers last year like Scotty Richardson and J.D. Paw, and this year, Sandy Rogers.
It was a show of unwavering support. Thousands of police officers from across the country came to Aiken. And just 1 week after Charles Barranco was sworn in as Aiken Public Safety Chief, he eulogized his mentor, Sandy Rogers.
Sandy started driving out as she started her shift, and she rolled down the window and said, "Hey, rookie, I want you to know if there's ever any way I can help you, please let me know." It was said so genuine, and I knew that she meant it.
A 27-year police veteran, her fellow officers call her a mother hen.
In these last 5 years that I have known her, Sandy has taught me more about police work and life lessons than any textbook or academy ever could.
Lessons that were supposed to continue. This was not supposed to happen. Sandy Rogers was supposed to be the bridge that got this department through tragedy. Instead, she ended up being a painful part of it.
Now, as we try to figure out what to do next, the only thing I can do is listen to Sandy herself. In the wake of the loss of Officer Scotty Richardson a few weeks back, Mark Farmer and Sandy were standing out in front of this very building, waiting just like you all did today. And he asked her, "What do we do now?" And Sandy replied, "We go on." So with the fond memories of Master Corporal Sandy Rogers still fresh in our hearts, we go on.
The women of Aiken Public Safety and this community, I say we will prevail. Her service, just like Officer Scotty Richardson, shall never be forgotten.